One last question. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to make sure it's being live streamed. It just is. So that's it.
Okay.
That was the last thing I needed.
Okay, voting agenda, Senate Bill 432, Senator Klausmeyer, Baltimore County Orphans Court Judges and Surviving Spouses Pensions. Any questions? Do I have a motion? Can all those in favor raise your hand? Is anyone opposed? All right. And before I go any further, I will tell you, we have the list of everybody. And then I will go back to Senator West and Senator Kelly and Senator Lamb, since they are not here, and tell them how things are going. If it gets real close, then we'll have to have another meeting. But Senator 349, Senate Bill 349, Senator Helderman, property tax credit for homeowners who have suffered a hardship. And I hear you have an amendment.
I do. The amendment only serves to clarify that they are going beyond the $60,000 threshold because of this hardship. That's all it does.
Okay.
But for this hardship, they would have met the $60,000 homeowners tax credit qualification.
Okay. Do I have a motion? Senator Sidnor, Senator Seiling motioned. All those in favor, raise your hand. Anybody not in favor? Senate Bill 606, Senator West, Baltimore County, alcoholic beverages, transfer to Friendly Farms. Anybody have any comments? Any discussion? Do I have a motion? Okay, Senator Seiling first made the motion, and Senator Helderman seconded it. All those in favor, raise your hand. Senator West, Task Force on Traffic Patterns and Infrastructure on Maryland Route 45. There were a lot of questions that he had last week. And were you going to say something, JB?
Yeah, I understand what he's trying to do. I just concerned over using a task force for this. As I mentioned in committee, we all have road projects in our district that we need to deal with. SHA isn't always coming to the table. So out of respect for him, I ask that we hold this so I can talk to him further.
Yes.
At this point, I'd be voting no.
And I have talked to him too about this. So why don't we just hold it? Okay. Okay. Senator West, hunting non-game birds and mammals. That was the groundhog bill. Anybody have anything to say about that? Do I have a motion? Okay, Senator Seiling made the motion and Senator Jennings seconded it. How about everybody raise your hand if you're for the bill? So far, it's unanimous, and we'll get the rest of the votes later. Senator Sidnor, Baltimore County Board of Education, retention of counsel. You have anything to say, Senator Sidnor?
Just that you all should have received some additional written testimony in support of the legislation.
Any questions? Anyone want to make a motion?
May I move?
Okay, Senator Helderman made the motion and Senator Sidnor seconded it. All those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, and I see Senator West just got on, and Senator West, we passed your Friendly Farms bill, but we still want to discuss your traffic patterns bill. So we held that one. Okay.
That's great. Sure.
Okay. It's not that we're killing it or anything. We're
No. That's
discussing
fine.
further.
Right.
Senator 414, Senator Sidnor, Baltimore County Board of Education, membership and election of officers. Senator Sidnor, would you like to say anything about that?
Sure. Just as the same bill that we passed unanimously last year, I do understand that Senator West is going to be voting in opposition, but I do hope everyone else keeps what they did last year.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Okay, I ask a question
Senator,
real quick?
Wait a minute. Senator Hedelman made the motion. Can I have a second? And then we'll have discussion. Okay. Okay. And Senator Singh has some discussion.
Yeah, can you just refresh me, Vice Chair, about it? I did kind of remember, but can you refresh us?
Sure. So back in 2019, when the Board of Education had their vote for chair, at the time, I believe one of the board members had passed away, and the sitting chair at the time lost the vote 6-5. However, because of the way that the rules were read, they said that in order for a new chair to take the seat, they had to obtain 7 votes. So just because the challenger had received the majority of the votes, it didn't matter. Right. So this kind of just puts it in line and ensures that that happens. And in addition, what it also does is it provides that we have an odd number of board members, with the appointee going through the same board process, but rather than the governor appointing, the person will be appointed by the county executive.
And the board did want this, right?
No, the board has not weighed in on
Oh,
this.
they have. Okay. But
there have been individual members who have weighed in, but the board has weighed in on neither of these bills.
Okay. Okay. But I do remember that, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me just explain, if I could, why I'm opposed to this. So getting a new Townsend High School and a new Delaney's High School has been extremely important in my district. And so the county executive ran for office in 2018 saying he was in favor, but then after that, he changed his mind and was opposed. So this past summer, Kathy Forbes and I and Michelle Guyton and Mangione and Wade Catch and David Marks all fought hard in the school board, and we won the school board vote for a new Townsend and a new Delaney by a single vote. If the county executive had had a vote on the school board, that would have been a tie vote, which meant it would have failed, and we would not be. And now, in the meantime, the county executive has changed his mind, but there's no guarantee he wouldn't change his mind again. So my position is, until we have shovels in the ground on those 2 schools, and we know that they're really going to rise, I don't support giving the county executive a vote on the school board, because I am fearful that politics being what it is, we could end up with the rug being yanked out from under a new school for Towson and a new school for Delaney. I think a lot of the students, a lot of the kids in a couple of our districts go to those schools, and it would be really awful if this vote could result in the rug being yanked out and the new schools not being built. So I'm in favor of this in the long term, but not in the short term. I am in favor of the other part of the bill, which would change how the vote goes to elect the chair. But I'm not in favor at the moment of giving the county executive a vote on the school board.
Oh, welcome, Senator Kelly.
I had overlapping meetings.
Okay, yeah.
Which one are we on?
We are on Senate Bill 414, Senator Sidnor's bill, education membership and election of officers. That's second to the last one.
Okay. Have we already done 584?
Yes, we held
Well,
that.
I would be a no on that one.
Okay, no, we held it.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll get the list too. Everything else has been unanimous except that.
Okay.
Okay, so right now we're going to vote on 414. Do I have a motion? Oh, we already did all that. Okay. All those in favor of the bill, raise your hand. Okay, it's everyone except for Senator West. And the last one, Senate Bill 557, Senator Sidnor's West Baltimore County Redevelop Authority. I explained to him the other day that the realtors would like to have some conversations about this. So we will have a
We're
meeting.
gonna have a riot in this county if they don't start doing something on the west side. It's
But,
just
okay,
absolutely absurd.
Senator Kelly, I understand that, but the realtors came in and asked if they could say something about it. And if that's the case, we're gonna have to figure something out. So I don't want any riots anywhere.
Are they on today?
No, they're not on today. I wanted just to have you and them, or not you and them, but the delegation and you and them and Senator Kelly. Because I don't know how long that's gonna take.
And if I could, just to make certain that everyone on this call understands what this bill does and what the bill doesn't do. This bill is enabling legislation so that the county can create the redevelopment authority on the west side of Baltimore County. The way the boundaries were drawn, the majority of this redevelopment, the redevelopment authority's area would be in District 44. However, it comes into District 10. Therefore, that's why you have both me and Senator Kelly signed on as sponsors of the bill. Doesn't affect anyone else in the area. And I believe when I looked at GBBR's testimony, really, it seemed to me as if the main thing that seemed to concern them was the power of eminent domain, which I want to say, I mean, the county already has that power of eminent domain, but I'm certainly willing to speak with them because that is not the purpose of this bill, is to take any property. But if you all were to come onto this side of town, you would see that the county has done nothing when it comes to dealing with properties that have been abandoned by business owners. And
for like 2 decades.
Right, and it's just things have just been sitting there. We had, I believe, some really good attention to this side of town when we believed that the red line was going to be placed at Security Square Mall and our other federal facility. But once that was canceled, all kinds of plans and things have been scrapped. Many of you probably have communities where you have community plans. None of our plans have been updated since the 1990s. The county has neglected this side of town.
Totally.
Redevelopment, the revenue authority that the county revenue authority that the county speaks of, essentially they deal with golf courses and parking lots. They don't do this.
Do not know that.
Yeah, they don't do this. And again, lines are drawn in such a way that, and I know that the GBBR says that essentially that is the area they feel is too large. I don't think so. The areas that we're talking about are the gateways coming into the county along Liberty Road, the gateways coming into Baltimore County along Route 40.
Security Boulevard.
And right, in Security Boulevard. So, and these are all areas that need help. We have communities on this side of town concerned because grocery stores are disappearing. We have
restaurants have disappeared.
Right, and really you need to have this type of an authority that's going to focus on these issues. So that's the purpose. I mean, you all had an opportunity to listen last week. We had close to 20, if not more, people who live here, they're business owners here, and they worship in this area. All get on the line talking about the need, or wanting to talk about the need. I know we're a bit overwhelmed with the numbers, but wanting to testify for this bill. And if I could say one more thing, I want, you all are probably familiar with this book right here, Not in My Neighborhood. If you were to go, and I was flipping through it earlier today, because there's a chapter, I think if you look at the end of chapter 15 and the chapter of, in the beginning, or all of chapter 16, this book talks about what the county has done to purposely create what we have on this side of town. It even speaks to, and I want to say the greater board of realtors, that they don't necessarily have clean hands in the things that we're seeing on this side of town. Page 235, it talks about, and then again, I'm going into history because history is the reason why we're dealing with these issues today. It talks about how the board, after adopting a new code of equal opportunity, had asked all of its members to notify the county police intelligence division whenever they signed a lease or contract involving a Black moving into a predominantly or totally white county areas. These are the issues that we're dealing with that are, and we're still being neglected. And this is an answer, a responsible way of trying to deal with some of the issues that we're dealing with. So thank you.
I have one question. Senator Kelly has said to me a couple of times about the restaurants at Security Mall that are abandoned. Is it that their owners may live out of state in Florida or somewhere, and they just...
I don't know, but let's say a Bennigan's that's been closed for 20 years is falling apart and roof has holes in it. And this is sitting right in the middle of the shopping center.
Okay.
One of the things, it was interesting because one of the things that I learned, we did we walked that mall and come to find out we've been having a homeless problem on this side of town, and people have been using these abandoned buildings as
To sleep in.
And again, the county has the authority, but has not used the authority to demolish these kinds or to raise these properties. But it just had, for whatever reason, the county.
And it's been a big rat problem in the middle of
rats.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk next week. Okay. Senator West.
Oh, we're going to talk next week about it?
No, go ahead,
the realtors are coming in next week.
Oh, okay. Let's talk next week.
Okay.
I wanted to indicate my emphatic thumbs up on this. I wanted to go in a little more detail, and we'll talk.
No. Okay. I just thought
Thank you.
that they had concerns. So, okay. Anybody else have anything for the good?
Did we do the groundhog bill?
Yep. Wait a minute, it's not February 2nd, right? Let me go back. We'll say, let me, just for the sake of Groundhog Day in the movie, Senator, the Senate Bill 427, Senator West, hunting non-game birds and mammals. All those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, now you can go back to sleep again, Senator West. and I'll call you in a little while and remind you. Okay.
Michelle Guyton apparently has an amendment to the Friendly Farms bill, so we may have to briefly discuss that again. I see the amendment and find out what's in it. So I'm not blindsiding you by saying we're endorsing something. But
well, we passed that bill out, so
that's great.
On the other side.
I'll come back once I see the amendment. If there's anything.
Okay. What's so funny up there, Senator Sidnor? Okay.
Try to stay in a good
A
mood.
motion for adjournment.
Just to say, Senator, real quick about, I have a couple of people, like I said before, and I think the only ones that didn't sign the man of war was Senators Kelly, Sidnor, and West, if I could, because I have to.
Wait a minute, I signed
The
that.
form.
You You brought
He
that
needs
to
to
my
form.
office. I signed it.
So
What
Senator
Go by the old
Stalling,
way.
okay,
So, I'll
this
give
is
it to
what
you.
I
Thank
want
you.
you to do. Before you drop it, hurry up and just get those papers to these people. Sign it, so it's a Baltimore County delegation bill,
Yes.
okay?
Bring it to
If
the-
Can you
if
do
it's
that
a
before
Baltimore
you-
County delegation bill, does he need all of our signatures still?
That's what I'm going to get, yes.
Sign the papers,
Bring-
we're all
bring it
on
to
it.
the-
I
Bring it
gotta
to the
go back
floor
and get the
tonight,
papers.
and we'll all sign it on the floor.
Okay, that's a good idea. So Senator Kelly, Senator West, and who else?
Senator Charleston.
Okay, all right, because that is a very, very important bill that we haven't heard yet, but we did pass it 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
We passed it out, and it's the only shoal left in the whole Chesapeake Bay, and they want to dredge it, and it won't be there.
I have a question, just in terms of the process. How long do you think it will be? When will the letters go out to the relevant committees that the delegation has signed off on the bills?
Well, if, once we have the hearing, I guess we could send one right now.
We can
Right,
send-
we already, yeah. On the
Yeah.
ones, all the ones that we voted on today, that'll get out in the next day or so, you think?
Yes, that's what I would expect, yes.
Yes,
Okay, terrific. Thank you.
okay. All right. Have a good afternoon, everyone. We'll see you at
Bye,
8.
everybody.
Thank you.
I'll see some of you at 5.
Yeah.